Hey everyone, let's talk about a movie that was a huge adventure to make. This film roared into theaters back in June 2022, bringing a whole new chapter to the Jurassic story. It was a big moment for all of us because it brought together characters from the original and the newer movies. The world had changed completely since the events of the last film. Dinosaurs were no longer contained on an island. They were out, living in our world, walking in our forests, and flying in our skies. It was a massive shift, creating a situation nobody had ever prepared for, a fragile balance between humanity and these incredible prehistoric creatures. The idea of dinosaurs living alongside humans is the core of this whole story. It's not just about theme parks anymore. This is about survival on a global scale. Imagine seeing a herd of triceratops crossing a highway or a pteranodon nesting on top of a skyscraper. It sounds cool, but it's also incredibly dangerous and complicated. Governments and corporations all had different ideas on how to handle this new reality. Some wanted to protect the dinosaurs, seeing them as magnificent animals that deserved a chance to live. Others saw them as a threat that needed to be controlled, or, even worse, a resource to be exploited for profit. This new era brought a lot of problems. There were illegal dinosaur breeding operations and black markets, where these amazing creatures were bought and sold. It was a wild, unregulated frontier. The film explores this complex relationship between our species and theirs. Are we meant to coexist, or is one destined to dominate the other? This question hangs over every scene, creating a constant sense of tension and wonder. We had to show what it would really be like if these giants from the past were suddenly part of our present. It was an epic concept to bring to life on screen. So the stage was set for a massive global adventure. The dinosaurs from Isla Nublar were now scattered across the planet, adapting to new environments and interacting with modern wildlife and people. This wasn't just a story about escaping a dinosaur. It was about learning to live in a world that had been forever changed. The film shows news clips and everyday scenes of these encounters, grounding the fantasy in a reality that feels very close to home. It asks a big question. After bringing them back, what is our responsibility to these animals? It's a heavy thought, and it's what drives all the action and drama in. In this new, chaotic world, you'll see some familiar faces. I'm back as Owen Grady, the dinosaur behaviorist who still has a special connection with Blue, the velociraptor I raised from birth. Living with me is Claire Deering, played by the amazing Bryce Dallas Howard. She has completely transformed from a corporate manager into a dedicated dinosaur rights activist, working to protect these creatures from harm. We've been living a quiet life off the grid, trying to protect Maisie Lockwood, the young girl from the last movie. She's like a daughter to us, and keeping her safe is our #1 priority in this dangerous new world. Of course, we couldn't tell this story without bringing back the legends. It was an absolute honor to work alongside Sam Neill, Laura Dern, and Jeff Goldblum. They returned as the iconic trio Dr. Alan Grant, Dr. Ellie Sattler, and Dr. Ian Malcolm. Ellie is the one who kicks things off for them. She discovers a huge problem that threatens the world's food supply and realizes it's connected to a powerful and shady biotech company. She knows she needs help, so she seeks out her old friends Alan and Ian to expose the truth. Bringing these two groups of heroes together was a dream come true for everyone. The main problem that brings everyone together is bigger than just rogue dinosaurs. The real danger comes from a company called Biosyn, led by a man named Louis Dodgson. He might seem like a visionary, but he's really the villain of the story. Biosyn has created a sanctuary where they claim to be studying dinosaurs for the good of humanity. But they have a dark secret. They have also engineered giant, prehistoric locusts that are destroying crops all over the world, except for the crops grown with Biosyn's special seeds. It's a greedy plan to control the world's food, and it's putting millions of lives at risk. This threat forces all the characters into action. For Owen and Claire, the mission becomes personal when Maisie and Beta, Blue's baby raptor, are kidnapped by Biosyn's agents. We have to go on a desperate rescue mission that takes us across the globe, from the snowy mountains of the Sierra Nevada to a bustling underground dinosaur market in Malta. Meanwhile, Ellie and Alan go undercover to the Biosyn sanctuary in Italy's Dolomite Mountains to find proof of the company's wrongdoing. Our paths are destined to cross as we all head toward the same dangerous place, ready to face whatever comes next. Our part of the adventure kicks off with pure chaos. The moment Maisie and Beta are taken, Claire and I drop everything. We have to get them back. Our journey first leads us to a dangerous black market in Malta, a place filled with smugglers, mercenaries, and caged dinosaurs. It's a really intense sequence with a lot of action. We're chasing bad guys through crowded city streets while trying to dodge attacking dinosaurs like the Allosaurus and Carnotaurus that have been let loose. It's a full-on chase scene that shows just how messy and unpredictable this new world has become. It's not just about nature. It's about bad people using these animals as weapons. This chase introduces us to a new character, a cool and capable pilot named Kayla Watts, played by DeWanda Wise. She's a former Air Force pilot who now flies cargo, no questions asked. At first, she just wants to stay out of trouble and get paid, but she sees how dangerous the situation is and decides to help us. She has a conscience and can't stand by while people are being exploited. Kayla becomes our pilot and our guide, flying us out of Malta in her old plane with a couple of angry pyroraptors hot on our tail. She's tough, smart, and a crucial part of our team. Meanwhile, Dr. Sattler and Dr. Grant have their own mission. They managed to get an invitation to the Biosyn headquarters, which is a massive research facility hidden away in a remote mountain valley. This place is supposed to be a safe haven for dinosaurs, where they can live without human interference. But Ellie and Alan know it's a cover for something much more sinister. With help from Dr. Ian Malcolm, who is already working at Biosyn as a lecturer, they sneak into the restricted labs. Their goal is to get a DNA sample from one of the giant locusts to prove that Biosyn created them. Their undercover mission is full of suspense. They have to navigate the high-tech facility without getting caught by Dodgson and his security team. It feels just like the suspense from the original, sneaking around and hoping you don't set off any alarms. They have to outsmart the system and get the evidence they need to expose Biosyn to the world. Their story and our story start as two separate adventures, but they are both leading us to the heart of the danger. We are all converging on the same place, and we have no idea that our paths are about to cross in a very dramatic way. All roads lead to the Biosyn Valley, and that's where everything comes to a head. After a plane crash, Claire and I are separated, and I have to promise Blue I will get her baby, Beta, back. The valley is a huge, wild place filled with all kinds of dinosaurs, including some we've never seen before, like the massive Giganotosaurus. This dinosaur is the new apex predator of the valley, even bigger and meaner than the T-Rex. It becomes the ultimate symbol of the unchecked power that Biosyn has been playing with. It's the king of this sanctuary, and it represents the greatest physical threat we face. This is where our two groups finally meet. Claire and I find Maisie, and we run into Ellie, Alan, and Ian inside the facility. It's a fantastic moment when these two generations of Jurassic heroes come together for the first time. We realize we are all fighting the same enemy. We have to escape the facility, rescue Beta for Blue, and get the locust DNA sample out to the world. But Dodgson, in a panic, sets a trap that goes horribly wrong. He tries to destroy the evidence by incinerating the locusts, but this just creates a fiery swarm that escapes and sets the whole forest on fire, forcing an emergency evacuation of the entire valley. The climax is an epic showdown. We are all trapped, trying to survive in the middle of a burning forest with dinosaurs running everywhere. The final confrontation happens at the main courtyard of the facility, where the legendary T-Rex from the original park faces off against the powerful Giganotosaurus. It's a battle of titans, a true clash of predators. In a great team-up moment, the T-Rex gets some help from another dinosaur, the Therizinosaurus, with its giant claws. Together, they manage to defeat the Giganotosaurus, proving that sometimes, even the oldest rivals can work together to face a bigger threat. In the end, we manage to escape. Ellie and Alan successfully expose Biosyn's crimes to the world, and Dodgson gets what he deserves, meeting a fitting end. Maisie is safe with us, and we return Beta to a very relieved Blue. The movie ends on a hopeful note. The world starts to work together to find a way to coexist with these incredible animals. We see scenes of dinosaurs living peacefully alongside modern wildlife, suggesting that a new balance is possible. The story concludes that life will find a way, and that this planet is now a shared one. A true Jurassic world for all.